Lamentations 2, verse 6 to 7. He has broken down his temple, as though it were merely a garden shelter. The Lord has blotted out all memory of the holy festivals and Sabbath days. Kings and priests fall together before his fierce anger. The Lord has rejected his own altar. He despises his own sanctuary. He has given Jerusalem's palaces to her enemies. They shout in the Lord's temple as though it were a day of celebration. Now, that was the book of Lamentations that the prophet Jeremiah had written as a way to lament to Israel and the kingdom of Judah. This book consists of at least 5 poems, 5 chapters, and I literally just found out about it today. But as late as I found out about it, it's very impactful. So if you know about it, congratulations. If you didn't, check it out. What does this specific passage that I just read talk about here? Well, it speaks about the Lord's anger towards sin. But we are taken to a more destructive portion of that chapter that we just read, where it speaks about how the Lord destroyed his own altars, he destroyed his own sanctuary, and blotted out all the Sabbath day celebrations, and all the kings and priests fall before him. Not just before him, but before his rage. Now, what exactly is the Lord angry at? Now, we just capped off that he was angry at sin, but he was mainly angry at what was causing sin. Now, we read somewhere in the New Testament that sin's power comes from the law of Moses. Not saying that God's law is sinful, but if you tell somebody to do something, they will obviously not do it. And also, people will take and keep those laws for themselves instead of sharing them in a kind and compassionate gesture as God would do. So God was basically destroying all the things that meant religion and didn't focus on a relationship with him. Jesus wants your heart, and he wants you to get to know him. He wants to know you personally because you're his child. So anything that means religion, anything that's zealous, that claims to praise God, he doesn't want. I mean, look at those Pharisees from back then. They used to worship God's laws as if it was God himself. And at the same time, they were being very cruel about it. It's like their hearts were far away from the Lord, yet they said it with their mouths that they prayed. So don't be a modern day Pharisee who's just going to promote God for the sake of imagery, self-imagery. You need to promote his name, not yourself or the way you live. And Paul said that the way you live will eventually show out to people who are not Christians, and they'll turn to respect. But they'll also look into having faith in the Most High God that we honor and praise.